Welcome to part 22, A Look to the Olympics, prophetic message. And this is August the 4th of 2024. And you may be wondering, how does this play into demonic possession and stuff? Well, he's already talked to you, and we're going to, I backed it up to recap a little bit about the rage and the unforgiveness and so forth. That's what's making us sick. We stress ourselves out over things we think we can't have or won't be able to get. We worry about what we can't obtain in this life. And because we don't want people to look down on us for not having what they have. Who cares what people think? What if you don't have this or you don't have that? I don't care what people think. I don't care if I have what they have. I don't want what they've got, honestly. I don't want the big screen TV. I've got a big screen TV. I don't watch it. I don't, that was what my husband and brother wanted. That wasn't me. I never did watch a whole lot of TV. I watched it with them. And then in 2020, I went full on into the Word of God instead of spending time on TV or these devices. I don't troll the internet looking for stuff. I go where God sends me. And I don't sit around with my mind in the world. I meditate on the Word of God and on the Lord and things I could do for Him to try to be a light in this world, to try to show somebody a better way, to try to show somebody the way to Him. And I really hope that I can do that. But I'm trying to talk to you about how this stuff is demonic possession. Demons will drive you to run to these places that you shouldn't run to. And if you hear their voice, you're listening to the stranger.
And transhumanism led to a new being in that individual. So now they had rage, now they had unforgiveness, now they had extreme anger, now they weren't human, and they'll describe them as zombies. It's amazing how this past week it was just announced that predictive programming at its finest, that I Am Legend, is now a reality.
Gene editing to help species that are under tremendous pressure from the environment in different ways. And, the example that I like to think about actually is protecting trees that are under real duress due to the bark beetle.
I'd like to state for the record, he said that it was just announced this week that this is actually feasible and so forth, and that it's a reality. I'd like to point out that the CRISPR editing gene has been out for years. I think it was the early 2000s when they began to use it more and more. It was used already to modify children in the womb, twins that were going to be born with certain birth defects, I think it was. And they injected them while still in the embryostasis in the womb with this CRISPR-Cas9 editing tool, and these children were born without the genetic disease that they were going to be born with. And in my mind, that's sad. And here's why. We are fearfully and wonderfully made in our mother's womb. And now they're tampering with that. God has told us in His Word to be fruitful and to multiply. They don't want us to multiply. They want us to die off. Because they want the planet and all its resources for themselves. They want the earth for themselves. And there's no love in them. They do not want to share what they have with anybody. They're greedy and they want more and more for themselves. And they don't care about people and they don't mind to kill you off. It is time that you opened your eyes and realize this stuff. They're demonic. There is no love of God there. Without the love of God, there is no compassion. There is no conscience. It is sheared with a hot iron. So therefore they can do wrong and not even care that they're doing it. It's second nature to, well, actually it's first nature to them. To lie to you is nothing. It doesn't trouble them to do it. All politicians lie. All of them do it. How many of them have you seen actually keep the word that they promise all this stuff while they out campaigning? I don't care what they're doing and so forth. It's a lot of it's illegal, yes. But it don't line up with the Word of God. And so all of it to me is just wrong. And it just what they're doing. And I don't want them to rule over me. Any of them. Because I don't intend to follow them. Because they are not following the Word of God. I don't intend to follow them. I'm going to follow Jesus and do as He tells me to do. Not them. Because they are trying to kill me off. They're trying to kill you off. They're trying to kill all of us off. If we can't bring something to their table and we don't want to participate and be like them and load our bodies full of stuff that's not supposed to be in them, at their command, they want to get rid of us. Now I want you to listen as this video progresses. I haven't watched it all in its entirety, but I have seen a little bit of this. And I want you to listen what they're doing here and tell me that's not them trying to play God. Now this is an actual scientist talking on this video at this point. And this will be my last little segment for now. My last video for right now because I got to get ready for church. But let's get this done.
What if we could actually put protective genes into the trees that would protect
What
them,
if,
or possibly
she
going
said,
the other
what
way,
if we
make
could?
modifications to the bark beetles so they don't
didn't
have the
say they could.
capability
She
to
said,
attach
what
to
if we
trees?
could?
I think scientists have been really tethered to a few model organisms that could be manipulated genetically. And now with this tool, we have a way to...
What if genetically altering these things God has already created causes them to be something like the giants, the Philistine in the days back when? What if it causes them to be this really horrific thing that will destroy humanity without conscience and without any stop button? And what if these things take over and kill off anything and everything like the giants were doing? What if you let God be God and you stop pretending that you know what you're doing, because you don't? What if we just trust Jesus and leave things in His hands? What if? What if? There's a lot of what ifs in the world, isn't there? But you need to think about what she is saying here. They're destroying the DNA that God created. Destroying it. Because they think they could build back better. This is their build back better plan. They think they can make a better man than God did. And a better woman. And all along, what they've truly been looking for is to control the population and to stop children from being born. And that's why there's so many abortions and things like that. But you got to remember, back in the day when Moses was born, they were killing the babies then too, to try to prevent the prophecies from coming to pass about Moses, and trying to stop Moses from being born, because they didn't want to lose their kingdoms. And they were killing babies when Jesus was born the same way, because they were trying to kill Jesus and trying to prevent him from being born. And to this day, they're still doing those things. They're trying to prevent God's anointed ones from coming into this world, and trying to alter us so that we are not. They're trying to alter everyone so they're born Nephilim and not born of God. And this stuff is right here, right in front of you, and you don't even see it, and you won't open your eyes, and you refuse to see the truth that is before you. You think that everybody is good, and they are not. God even said in His Word that man was ever evil in their imaginations, and this is what they seek, and they say, and they focus on, and they think to do. I'm sorry, I don't think like that. I sit around and I think about how I can edify God. This is what my mind is on 24/7 pretty much. Or how to be goofy and play pranks on people. Just little silly goofy pranks. I don't sit around and contemplate how to cause somebody else harm, or talk about somebody, or to do something wrong to people. I don't sit around with lustful thoughts in my mind about how I'm going to go out here and have sex with 1,000,000,000 different people now that I'm free from a husband, or anything like that. Because my husband died and my heart has been broken. And y'all cannot understand what that even is if you never loved somebody so much that it feels like the air has all been sucked out of your lungs because they're no longer here. And it's a struggle to get up every day and go. But because I love the Lord, I get up every day and I still continue to go. Because there's still people in this world that still needs the Lord. But you think that everybody is basically good. Here's your basic good. Look at it. The world at its finest. This is what a world without God looks like. And I'll be frankly honest. I don't want to be in a world that He is not welcome in. And I will pray for Him to destroy it. Every piece of it. He created it. It's His. He can do what He wants with it. We're His. We belong to Him. not them. When are you going to obey Jesus instead of man? When are you going to love Jesus instead of man? If you love the Lord, stop obeying everything man tells you to do and start doing what the Word of God says. I'll see you in the next part.